Hey. Welcome to this week's episode of The Conversation. I am one of your hosts, Ashleigh Abbott. And we have today joining us, we have our guest, our very well-loved guest host. We have King Darius over here joining us again this week. And of course, we have Brandy back in the house. After being away, we have Brittany here.
Hi.
We have Shaq, of course. And Marcus is on his way. He just texted me. So, we have lots of stuff to talk about today. I'm trying to think. What did you guys do this weekend? Brandy, what did you do? We haven't heard from you in a while. What's up?
I haven't really been doing much. I took my family back to Michigan earlier this week. So after doing that, I just kind of hung out around the house over the weekend.
Nice. Brittany, what'd you do? Did you do anything fun?
No, worked. Storm season, so I am on.
So it's storm season in the South? Is that what this season is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hail season.
All right. Shaq, what about you?
Oh man, this has been it was eventful. It was a lot going on. This was I am a parent, and we are now in the great graduation season. So children are graduating, transitioning to the new grade, say it in the summer. Yes.
Yay.
I had a kid's birthday. One of my kids, she turned 14. Then it was my I have a little he graduated from pre-K to kindergarten. So that was a big deal. He won an academic award. So I'm feeling like the world's best parent. You know what I'm saying? All this black excellence over here.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah. So feeling real good. Spent a little time with my lady friend, and I've been very, very busy. So
it's awesome.
It's a blessing.
It is a blessing to be busy and booked and not. So
that part.
Darius, what about you down there in Florida?
So I spent my Saturday working a festival. We had a local festival here called the Natural Food Fest, which promoted wholesome, healthy foods, vegan options, natural foods, and of course the entity I work for, we do HIV and STI testing in communities, and so I was pretty much there most of the day with that event, and we had another event that same day with a women's group at a local housing project in the community also. So Saturday was just kind of a day of service.
Baby, let me tell you, if you're down in Florida, anywhere, where are you at around again, Darius?
I am in the Tampa Bay region.
Tampa Bay. If you're anywhere down there and you want to get connected to the LGBTQ scene or just be on the scene and help, Darius is the brother to get a hold of. He's he's plugged into so many different areas. So
where were you when I was there? I was there 8 years. Where were you?
I didn't move here until 2018.
Oh,
dang. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I respect Darius so much. He's so plugged in and always doing good work.
I stay busy. I wish I had a friend like Shaq. I don't have a friend like Shaq, so I have to stay busy because I don't mind,
Yeah.
I do. Me, what did I do this weekend? I laid in bed. I've been I'm working on a project that I can't announce yet, but I will be announcing it this week, and the project is next Friday. And so it's gotten me back into the dance studio. I'm choreographing for someone, and we rehearse in the morning. But whenever I rehearse, I'm hurting afterwards, and I spend the rest of the day in bed. So I've been in bed all weekend. We rehearsed this morning. I got in bed right after, and I've been just since I just got out. So I'm doing that, but it's getting me back involved in dancing and choreographing and all that. So it's been fun. And that's about it. It's been lame. So yeah, that's that. So let's move on. Let's go to our.
We so old.
People say that about Brandy has some of the same issues I have. I'll let her tell you about it. But people say we're old, but you don't until you understand it, till you go through this pain. You will not understand it until you actually go through it.
I'm not old. I'm experienced.
We're extra experienced.
I'm experienced. I don't get old. I get experienced.
Like I was saying, I don't wish it on nobody. Brandy told me the other day. I don't know. She didn't tell me. I saw this on her Facebook post. She was actually praying to God. She said, "Just take it away." I don't know what I've done in the past to have it, but that's what I be feeling, just laying up at night hurting. So.
We like Cat Williams said, we stand up. We injure ourselves standing up.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I said we like Cat.
Do you ever get up in the middle of the night or in the morning and you gotta catch the wall because your equilibrium be a little off?
I got the wall, the cane, the headboard. I have to catch it all.
I'm telling you, Cat Williams got that. Cat got that special. He said, he said we at the age we injure ourselves, we stand up. That's all you got to do now. And you injure yourself.
Right. And look who's joining us after so many weeks gone.
Hi, Marcus.
Marcus, how are you? I can't hear you.
Okay.
You're on mute.
Marcus look good with that bald head and that beard.
Come on, Marcus.
Yes.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Okay.
Go out and come back in.
This is my second language, guys. Can you hear me?
You are.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Marcus.
The group is back together again.
I missed you guys. Sorry, some Cuban drama from last week, but the novela is over and we are back.
What have you been up to?
Well, I recently just quit my job last week at the law firm because I decided, you know what, I'm tired of making other people money. So I'm in real estate school right now. I'm doing the expedited class. I'm doing the 7-day class, and I'm going to pass that, get my real estate license, and start making some money for me.
7 days?
Huh?
7 days?
Yeah, it's an expedited 7-day class, Monday to Sunday, 9 to 6 every day.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So pray for me, my brothers and sisters.
We are.
You must be smart.
You know what? I love reading, so it really worked out for me.
Okay. Awesome. Well, we wish you the best in all of that. So I'm happy to have everybody back together again. So let's start in on the news. Today we got the unfortunate news that at 83, the idol, the queen, the legend, Tina Turner, has sadly passed away. This one didn't hit me as hard as Aretha did, but it did hit me. It did. And I just asked everybody if you guys could prepare, what we're just going to go around and everybody can say what, their favorite song is, their favorite whatever. But my favorite memory of Tina Turner is, first off, this is the movie that was always playing in our household when I was young, just learning about, just her. And then I've always respected her as I've gotten older. Tina Turner started all over at the age of 40.
Yeah,
she's the definition of it gets greater later. She was homeless. She didn't have a record deal. She didn't have any money. And at age 40, she had to start from scratch. And then she blew up. So anybody who thinks you're too old or, the time has ran out, if Tina can do it, anybody can do it. All the things she had to go through. So I think that's what I respect about her the most. If anybody else wants to go. Brittany, if you want
to. Yeah, she was resilient. I mean, I think of what she went through. Resilience is the first thing that comes to mind for me. Also, the movie, obviously. But she was a diva, beautiful. And I mean, think about it. She was, her body, old as she was, maintained her beautiful body, beautiful face. She was just a diva. So, happy to that beautiful queen.
Yeah, Brandy, what about you?
Just basically the same thing that Brittany was just saying. She took pride in herself, and even from the beginning, before she started wearing the big glamorous wigs and the fancy dresses, she still always, kept herself healthy and pristine. And then, as she got older, she still, like you said, her body, she looked amazing. She just took really great care of herself. So,
Marcus?
I remember I didn't even know who Tina Turner was until I saw the movie What's Love Got to Do with It in Spanish. Because, I didn't know, I was still learning English like when I was 8, 9, 10 years old. And I remember seeing that movie and I'm like, man, who is this lady? And then listening to her music, I was like, wow. And then just growing up and understanding her story and what she went through. I mean,
Yeah.
What a beautiful. I mean, but did we realize she was that old? I didn't even realize she was like 83 already. Like that
Yeah.
popped out of nowhere. I'm like, damn, when did she turn 83? But it just goes to show that like we're getting up at an age where our people that we used to love when we were growing up, they're about to die.
Mhm.
I mean, look at us. We're like 40. We're in our early 40s, mid 40s. That only means that the people that we love, they're in their late 70s, early 80s. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think this headline is going to be hitting us a lot more often coming up sooner.
Yeah, I want somebody to go over Diana and Gladys's house and just protect them because
Yes.
yeah, it's coming. What about you, Darius?
So, are you asking for favorite song
Or anything? What?
Okay. I mean, I just remember her as, she was always this diva larger than life.
Mm.
Um, so many artists have patterned themselves after Tina Turner. When I look at Beyonce, I see Tina Turner in her. I see Diana Ross in her. I mean, Tina Turner has influenced so many artists. I mean, she's had a legendary career. And when you think about the personal adversities that she went through, that many of these artists today have not and could not go through. The reason why I believe that she was so successful is because she had a testimony.
Yes.
She stood the test of time. She stood, you know, in the midst of public shame, opposition.
Yes.
She stood the test. She stood her ground,
Yes.
and so
Yeah,
she gets mad respect.
for sure. Shaq, what about you?
Oh man, of course, I second and third everything everybody has said, but I think if first of all, what's love got to do with it? That's my song. Anytime I hear it, I stop. Um, but I have to piggyback what you said, Ashley, about starting over and doing it after just after so many years being in her 40s, being alone, having been through that marriage, all the things that she had survived, and stepping back out there. And then, even her style at that time, because she didn't, her whole career had been R&B, soul, and to come back and then to make rock and roll, she just started over, and then she just came back bigger and badder and better, and then later on told her story, and then her story was so crazy and controversial, and she just allowed it to be told. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Her whole legacy is incredible, and not and I also want to piggyback the thing said about her being the blueprint for some people. When we talk about Beyonce and her stage presence and the work she puts in on that stage, that's what she's always done. She was out there in high heels, 50, 60 years old on tour, bouncing around that stage. I mean,
Yeah.
just the presence and singing, the stamina, the ability to sing and move and maintain and so taking care of herself. It's just wow.
Yeah, that's all good. Everything you guys said. It's a testament that even people who in other lines of country singers and rock and roll singers and rappers all have come out on Twitter to give their condolence. Sierra tweeted out, "Heaven has gained an angel. Rest in paradise, Tina Turner. Thank you for the inspiration you gave us all." Diana Ross, shocked, saddened, sending condolences to Tina Turner's family and loved ones. And I think someone else, I thought I saw Mick Jagger too. I don't know where that is, but Mick Jagger had come out earlier and tweeted something as well. So she was very well respected, and she's going to be missed. It's going to leave a huge hole in the industry. Like Marcus said, our legends are dying off. And I don't think we have anybody to replace them. That's the thing.
No, not even close.
Yeah, there'll never be an Aretha.
Now,
Yeah,
I think that there are up and comers. There are people that have the potential to have legendary careers like her. There are people that vocally, musically are just as gifted.
Fantasia.
Yes, Fantasia is a living legend. I don't care what nobody
Yes.
say.
That part.
Catcher in the New Color Purple coming out. So excited
We're going
about
to talk about that.
That part.
Yeah, I get what Darius is saying.
But I feel like they're not going to get their flowers like these legends are getting them. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they kind of came up during a different time, and a lot of
Yeah,
these
the
legends,
times were
like
different.
Tina, they had to deal with a lot. They had to deal with discrimination and Jim
yeah.
Crow, and
They-
there were things that
Yeah.
not that some of these artists today don't have to deal with those things, but not the way that these people
No,
do it.
they
Right,
paved the way
right.
Yeah,
for these
them and
artists
their
to have
music
before them.
resonated different.
and
Yeah,
they had to
coming
work
from that
hard
time.
to sell real records. Like they had to get out there and grind for it.
Yes, they had
Hmm.
to meet their fans. They had to do meet and greets. They had to go to the mall. They had to do like little pop-up concerts.
Whole
They
Now,
had to
just
sing
because
live.
they go on Instagram Live
They
and they
had
do
to
a little,
sing
hey,
live.
pop, pop,
Right,
pop.
sing
Like,
live. It wasn't no auto
Yeah,
tune.
they had to have talent.
They
That's
had
the
to
what
have
I'm talking about.
artistry is
talent.
The old
dead.
legends, they had to have it. There was
Some
The
of
no
them
middle
artistry is
had
dead
ground.
now
to.
these days.
Some of them had to endure going in the colored entrance.
Yeah.
Yes,
Some of them had to perform without no air conditioner.
Yeah.
yes.
There was no riders. There was no glam
Hmm.
team. you know,
Fireworks, pyrotechnics. They didn't have all that. It wasn't
yeah,
a
They
show
had
and whistle. It was just
And I
like
think what we're
talent.
hitting on is that they sung out of their experience.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
that's
the difference.
real.
And
Real and
also, I think we really have to talk about how important talent was then. Now, it's a performance so much, but back then it was
Yeah.
talent, pure and simple. You had to be able to captivate. You had to be able to sing. You had to be able to catch people and hold them and do it live and authentically. And today, now you can. There are different pathways to fame and
Well,
fortune now.
and I think another reason, just to piggyback on the talent, is look at all the peers that Tina had. Everyone around her was musically talented and like,
Mm-hmm.
they gave 100%. Right now, if you look at like Beyonce really does. I mean, Beyonce is an example. Beyonce really doesn't have any peer per se that's out right now touring besides Janet Jackson would be a peer because she's been around long enough. She has the hits, but in Beyonce's quote unquote like realm of like who is her peers that's really still
Yeah.
out there doing what they're doing. I
Or
mean,
musical education. You remember how all that controversy went down with Robert Glasper and Chris Brown? And Chris Brown
yes,
didn't even know who Robert Glasper was. Like you guys are in the industry together and don't
and
even
you
know
don't
each
even
other.
know who
You don't
created the
collaborate.
path that you're on and let you do what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we could go down this rabbit hole and really stay there for the next 2 hours, but we got to move on. But we want to say rest in peace to Tina, and she'll be remembered. And thank you for everything.
yes.
So, yeah.
Is Ike dead?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gone.
So he won't see Tina up there.
You guys keep
Right, yeah, he's in hell.
going. I got to get my charger. Sorry.
Yeah.
Baby, Ike's
Yeah,
still on
Ike's
the
in
slow
hell, so
fall to hell.
he's not beating her anymore. Thank God for that.
So he won't get to see Tina.
Yeah, no.
Mhm.
Father
They
girl.
definitely
Rolling
not
down the
gonna run
river of
into each
heaven.
other. Yeah, I don't see that happening at all.
Baby, she
Oh,
won't talk to
man.
Ike
Well,
unless he can make a
wait,
collect call
you-
from hell.
You guys, have you seen Haley? Have you guys seen the clip for Part of Your World already? Have you seen like her perform it live from Disney World?
Mm-mm.
Part of your world?
I forgot her name. The Bailey sister that's
Oh.
doing Ariel.
Oh, you mean Holly?
Yeah, have you
Yeah,
seen
Holly
Holly?
Haley,
I
whatever her
even
name
saw
is.
her.
Haley and Holly.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I just saw the performance of Part of Your World from Disney World that she
She's
did.
amazing. Have you heard her pitch? Her clarity?
That girl is an amazing singer, and I think she's gonna
Pitch
have
perfect.
longevity.
And you know what? She really gives me real like Disney princess when you hear the song.
She
Like
does.
she gives me that carefree like.
That's the princess voice.
Yes,
Well, that's why she was
beautiful.
chosen for a reason. So
Yeah.
This is
perfect
definitely the
pitch.
best live princess that they've ever. I don't care what movie it is, the best live princess they've casted, hands down. I mean, because she can actually sing. The other princesses were using like voiceovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw her, what's the Christian movie she just played in that I watched on
Oh no, that's her sister.
Oh, that's her sister. I saw the commercial for it. Yeah. It's
I
really
thought that
cute.
was her. Okay.
I mean, now that family is pure talent.
beautiful
Both of
family.
them are both really wonderful singers in different ways and very technically perfect in their style. That's incredible. Them girls right there.
I wish the other one would stop being so sexy though. Just be yourself.
Well, that's who she
That's who she
imagines
is,
she
right.
is.
I don't think she's sexy like that. I think that's the record company telling her, "Bitch, put that thong on."
They ain't told her to put no thong on.
Well,
Have you seen what she wears?
Beyonce's and her team are over her career, so I doubt they're telling her that. But that's I don't know.
I wish y'all would stop saying Beyonce. Beyonce ain't spending no time with that girl. She got people that work for her.
Right.
Beyonce is not in there coaching them girls on nothing.
B don't even
People
know.
think that like she's at Beyonce's
B
house,
probably
like,
don't even know them girls' phone numbers.
with her.
Yeah.
They was 12.
Okay, so let's move on, you guys. We got a lot to talk about, and I doubt we will get to it all. Last week, let me find the photo. Gosh, there's so much in here. There we go.
Yeah,
Republican Council member Matthew Riley of Cranston, Rhode Island, was arrested after he was found behind the wheel, passed out, holding a crack pipe with crack and fentanyl in the car. He has recently resigned, but there was a Republican, one of his Republican cohorts was in the comments and said, political views aside, I know how difficult addiction is to overcome. This is an instant when human decency should overcome cheap political jabs. My sincere thoughts and well wishes are with him during this incredibly trying time. My advice, don't read the comments. Do you think that the Republicans would be as forgiving to a Democrat who was found in this?
Hell,
absolutely not. They would have
absolutely
destroyed his life, flamed his family, immediately called for his resignation. I mean, you know, they're hypocrites.
Can we take this fool off the screen?
Yes, we can. Yeah, I think the Republicans are trying to make this a sad story. And I mean, addiction, yeah, everybody has their vices, and addiction is
I don't feel no sympathy.
You don't have any sympathy?
I don't feel no sympathy because guess what? They demonize people from Mexico and from other countries talking about they're bringing fentanyl into the country when they bring crack cocaine and everything into this country and it you know captured the black community. Where was all this sympathy then? But when fentanyl came in and people on their side of the tracks started being affected, now all of a sudden fentanyl is such a big thing. All of a sudden now, you know, it's accountability. Hell no, I don't feel sorry for the bitch. He got health care. Let him take his ass down there to the drug rehab. Because guess what? A lot of our people don't have that privilege. They don't have that access. So he could take his ass down there because we know he got insurance.
Yeah, down to the local place.
Go down there, get in there, enroll yourself in the drug rehab program. Because that's what he gonna do.
It ain't nothing but his privilege that got him out there in that car like that, unafraid.
Yeah, because he would have got arrested if it was somebody else.
Yeah, if that was a black man, I don't know if it would have ended as peacefully.
They would have locked him on up.
A car.
Yeah.
And see, even in this, he gets grace. He has to do is resign.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's crackheads and then there's opioid epidemic. The wording is always so different.
Oh, for white people, yeah.
And you know what, too? You know, resigned and Mr. This, and he'll probably still keep his benefits and everything.
Oh, yeah. He'll get the severance package.
You know it. He has an addiction. He has a disease.
Oh, he has a mental issue.
I don't feel no sympathy for him. Brother smoke a little weed at the job. He tests positive on the P test. Child, they want to mess up his whole world and fire him.
Yep.
I don't feel no sympathy.
You owe us money because you were here under false pretenses. They'll tear your whole life apart.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Republican Party and their antics, we have good old Mr. DeSantis. The Walt Disney Company said on Thursday that it is canceling its plans to develop a new campus in Central Florida and relocate over 2,000 staffers to work in technology, product development, and finance, according to the Associated Press. This decision comes after repeated attacks on the company from Republican Governor Ron DeSantis and the Florida legislature over its opposition to Don't Say Gay law, which bans classroom instruction on gender identity and sexual orientation from elementary grades through third grade in the state. Not only that, the NAACP is also encouraging a travel ban to Florida over Ron DeSantis' antics. And before we go on and I open this discussion, I want to ask Marcus and Darius, how are you two Black men living in Florida? What is this? Does this make you want to move? What does this do to you, knowing everything that's happening down in Florida? I don't know who wants to go first. But either one of you can go.
I mean,
Okay,
Darius, go
so
ahead.
I'm not going anywhere because guess what? The same shit that's going on in Florida is happening everywhere in the United States of America. The
Mm-hmm.
shit is only more pronounced here because of who the governor is and who the state legislature is. So it's everywhere. Be ye not fooled,
Mm-hmm.
saints of God and ain'ts. It's everywhere.
Yeah, and also it also depends on what part of Florida that you're in as well. If you're
Mhm.
more into like the more red parts of Florida, you're definitely feeling the effects. You're definitely seeing it more, as opposed to where I live in South Florida. So my teacher friends are being affected just because the laws that have been, given to the students and the
Y'all
teachers
don't
are
feel it
really
down there. All them Cubans and all them people that deciding that with the Republicans, and they come over here, and all of a sudden they Cuban before they come over here. But then when they come over here, now they Caucasian.
Yeah, because I mean, it just they're with that old Republican regime. The thing about the Cuban society in South Florida is they're still so bent up with like what their grandfather and their grandfather's grandfather thought about like Fidel and like Republican and that whole mindset. But it's okay because all those people are dying, and now the younger generations are starting to realize that, my grandfather left Cuba for a reason.
Mhm.
So they're starting to wake up, and it's little by little. This state has so much potential, but there's just so many people that are so backwards in certain parts of it. And once they die off, we'll be fine.
Well, we have that going on, and now Ron DeSantis has officially announced that he's running for president, which we all knew was coming anyway. So this is definitely going to be something to watch. I don't know. A lot of people, like I said last week, they're not taking him seriously yet. They don't think he can win a primary, but we said that about Donald Trump too. So I'm not taking anything for granted. Anything can happen.
Well, they're going to be battling. Right now, we're still at the early battle over who's going to get that final nomination. Trump is still going strong. He's still coming hard. DeSantis is doing his thing. I'm looking forward to just the circus.
I love him.
I'm going to enjoy watching the circus of the GOP fighting
Yes.
amongst themselves because they're gonna go low before they band together to fight against us and to fight against the oncoming Democrats. First, they got to fight amongst each other, and they about to go real low. I am real curious to see if DeSantis is going to steal this, if Satan is going to steal this from.
You know what? He has such
2.0.
bad public relations, though. Like, did you see? I just was reading before the show started that his announcement to run for president was a total debacle because he tried to do it online over Twitter.
On Twitter.
He had so many technical difficulties that, I mean, he tries to script everything. That's what DeSantis' problem is. Trump is a hot mess, a hot wire, but he does it on the blink of an eye. DeSantis is very calculated, and that's what I think is going to be his downfall. When he's going to be live on that stage with everybody else, he's not going to be able to go head to head.
He's not going to be able to compete with the Trump show.
No.
Donald Trump is still around for a reason.
But you guys,
look at everything he's done, and
this is what I think with DeSantis. The Republican Party is really trying to distance themselves from Donald Trump recently, and I think with DeSantis, you get those same Trump views, but you don't have the Trump brand attached to it, and that's what I think is his power right now.
I don't think DeSantis has a polarizing enough personality to just get, because remember, the whole reason Trump was successful is not only did he get his trumpets, but he also got other people that were like, maybe, you know what, let me give him a shot. He's right, because he had that personality. Yeah. I don't think DeSantis has that je ne sais quoi, so to speak.
We have to remember that the populace as a whole is not that sufficiently educated. We are still at a place in time where candidates are ultimately chosen whether or not they're liked, whether or not they are a star on the screen. So I'm with Marcus here. At the end of the day, he still has to get on a national stage and perform. And that's going to be the difference between whether or not it's him or Trump. But I mean, either way, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, well, we will see. We have the next couple years to deal with this, so we're going to see what happens. So moving on, Little Watch says he's transitioning to a woman.
Wait, which one is transitioning to what?
Little Wop says he is transitioning to a woman.
Baby, he went from Lil Wop to Mama Wop.
Little Wop is on the right originally, and then he's transitioning to the left.
Either way, it must stop.
Gucci Mane's former artist Little Wop is changing his gender, but fans just want him to get a better wig.
That's how you know he remind. What's that child name that be looking all crazy that got the little hump in his stomach or whatever? Shamar. He look like he's Shamar's older sister.
He looks like he's auditioning for Bad Girls Club.
What do we think about the Chicago rapper had already come out as bisexual to his fans. In February, he posted, I'm a FUCKIN femboy.
Oh my.
If you want to see femboys, femboys need love too. I'm having a stroke trying to read his text.
Go off.
What do we think?
Go off, sis. Go off, femboy.
Go off, sis. I'm with you. Go off, sis. Can we take some
get some cute clothes. Don't go to fucking Fashion Nova or Dot.
All I can say is, baby, if he want to be sis, that's all right. They're gonna let out. They're gonna wear that line and not all the same. So it don't matter.
Baby,
some people are saying
think he's a stylist because he's giving me like flea market realness, like like a they have like
give me that's why he bought his wig at the flea market.
Some people are saying this is for clout or to gain followers. What do we think about that? Do we think?
Well, nobody was talking about him before this.
It's definitely for clout.
I didn't know who he was.
Attention is valuable today. It has never been harder to get attention. We are bombarded with something. If you got something that works and brings the eyes, you take it. So
this is what
he doesn't go through with it.
This is what my argument has always been about this kind of stuff, though. Is this what people do now just to get some? Oh, I'm transgender.
No, I think he probably has thought about this for some time. He obviously. Sexuality has been a thing for him for quite some time. He's just in a place now where maybe he's just fully embracing it or deciding he's going to come out or whatever. And at the same time, it does give him exposure.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the epic time to be trans, right? Like, I mean,
trans is scared to be trans, which is what Ashleigh's saying. What if it was like 6 months ago? Would he not come out as trans? Because trans is really hot right now.
Yeah, but it's dangerous to be trans right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always been, and will probably always
be. Damn sure is now.
Yeah.
Does he live in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Why he got to live in Atlanta? He does. Wait a minute. He got to live in Atlanta. Does he live in Fulton County?
No. Wait a minute, guys.
Because the girls always claim in Atlanta, but don't live in Fulton.
Wait a minute, guys. I think we also need to talk about the generational divide here between ourselves and WAP. Let's just go with WAP. I mean, we all of us we grown, right? These young people see this stuff a little bit different. This TikTok generation think they really got equality. They really think we already have those things that we really don't have, and we're still out here fighting for it. These young people are seeing it different. I would be curious to have someone more in that age range talk about this, because these young my daughter got friends already who are already in this. Meanwhile, I had to look it up on Yahoo when I got dial up. So we are from another time. I don't know if it's that controversial to them.
I don't think it is. Kim Petras is a white trans music star, and she's huge. So I think if he or she makes good music, I don't really think it matters what they transition to.
They've always had the internet, y'all.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I'll just keep.
Darius, you on mute.
Darius, I just hope that he does like the comments. He does get a new wig because
he doesn't have the
Nicki Minaj old wig is tired.
Hold on. There's two people talking. I don't think Darius, you are on mute.
Okay, I'm unmuted now, but So it will be controversial for him because he's a black man. He doesn't have the privilege
That's
white gay men get when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, because you should see those comments under Hollywood Unlocked.
But
That's supposed to be.
I think, like Shaq was saying, in his generation, I think that it is going to be accepted, and I think that yes. But if you look at all the comments on Hollywood Unlocked, it's all the older black guys, all the guys that are in the closet, all those guys. Like, it's not his generation that's having a backlash.
I'm not trying to take away from us. Like, it's still hard for us. I'm not saying that. I am saying though that our teenage children, the way these things look to our teenage children versus the way it looks to us is very different. Mm-hmm. My daughter very casually the other day told me about the stud in her class who got all the girls, and I was just like,
my son's best friend is a stud. Is that what you call it? She's a stud, and
they're not blinking.
They don't care.
My niece is 12 years old in 6th grade, and her best friend is gay. Like,
they already have the.
Hold on, Brittany. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. I have not seen your son since he was this big, so I don't know. Does he feel the same? Would he have a gay best friend? Would he feel the same way? Because younger black boys are different about that.
Mm.
I don't know.
I agree. My child.
Hold on, let Brittany finish. Hold on, go ahead.
He's one of those kids, like, if you met him, he's not like your normal black boy. He's not mean. He's friends with everybody. He's just one of those kids that just kind of gets along with everybody. He doesn't have any bias towards anyone, really. So I don't have a problem with it. But I don't know, because he's never said anything about it. But I do know his best friend, the girl, gay, and he's cool with it. He doesn't. I think her and her sister are. He doesn't have a problem with it. That's just who she is, and it's cool with him. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shaq, what were you gonna say?
So what I'm saying is, I do think that the double standard is still there. I don't think it's easier. But what I'm saying is in comparison to us, because now my child also has a male friend who is, I think, who is, I wouldn't say that he's calling himself that, but it's there, and he has had a couple challenges. But I remember what it was like when I had a gay male friend, and these experiences look different. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
very different. But the double standard, I do believe it's still there. I just don't think it is for us.
It is still there because, and not to change subjects too much, but recently, Carisha came out on her show as being bisexual and said she wanted to have sex with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
And I went under the post and said, now, if let's say Drake came out and said this and said he wanted to get with Tekashi, would it be the same acceptance?
No.
And people were saying, no, it wouldn't. And I said, why? And they said, because it's different. It just is different. And they couldn't explain it.
Men don't get that luxury, especially black men.
Women lesbianism is accepted. Men accept that because it's not demasculating them. Therefore, they accept it.
But I still think overall, what it is for us ain't what it is for these children. These children live in a different world.
Is true.
It's way easier for them.
It's Gen Z, baby. They different.
They different.
Well, they have gay people on TV. They have gay people in movies. We didn't have that. We didn't have that representation when we were growing up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And you saw a gay person on TV, they were like overly flamboyant. And if it was a woman, it was like, a dykey male, like woman truck driver type. We see different things now on television. There's different representation. So it's easier for them to feel more comfortable,
Yeah. They live in a completely different world.
I wish I had a gay black rapper that was like fucking twerking at the VMAs. I would have been so happy if I saw that. But I had Britney Spears dancing with the slave. I mean, not with the slave, God forbid. I mean, with the snake. So, it was like, but that was just slave, right? But that was just what was for me, I mean, different times.
Well, the world's changing. That's all I can end with that. So moving on to the queen, the other queen, Miss Carter Knowles. The question is posed: is Beyonce allowed to have an off day? With rumors of recent surgeries, lackluster choreography, wardrobe problems, and grumblings of Beyonce and her dancers not getting along. What are fans to think? Let's discuss it. So, I will be the first to say, when I start seeing photos of the Renaissance tour, I was expecting a lot more. First off, this album gives you the era of Studio 54, Halston, voguing, disco, and I expected to see vintage Halston dresses, Gucci furs, colored wigs. I was expecting to see Sylvester influences, and I'm not seeing that. And there's other people who, like me, have since come out and said, this is not what we expected. And then there's been some rumors of that Beyonce had a leg surgery a couple months ago. And then people start noticing that she's sitting down a lot on this tour. So there's a photo of her sitting down. Here's a photo of her sitting down. Here's a photo of her just flying through the air, lacklusterly. So what do you guys think's going on here? Let's start. Who wants to go?
I'll start.
Okay.
I think Beyonce has put herself on such a high pedestal with her performances, with her tours, that everyone is always expecting some out of this world things. Two things. This is the beginning of the tour in Europe. This is where she's going to go ahead and get all the kinks out.
Yeah.
Play with different costumes, play with different arrangements, play with different choreography. You know, let the bitch sit down. She's had a long career. If the hoe wants to sit in a big ass shell, let her sing in a shell real quick. That doesn't mean that she's going to be singing in a shell for us. Right now, we need to let her work on all the kinks and on everything that she's working with up there. So by the time she gets to the States, we get the tour that everyone's imagining.
Yeah. You know? The opening a tour across the seas is it's sort of like a Broadway show. When you a Broadway show will tour out of in another state before it opens on Broadway, get all the kinks out, they'll change costumes and stuff like that. I'm hoping and praying that's the case here, because we paid really good money. Well, Hector did for our tickets, so I'm hoping it's not what I'm seeing. But we'll see. Darius, what do you think about this?
Beyonce is 41 years old. You are not going to get the same Beyonce at 41 that you got at 30. That's the first thing. She has reached, there's not too much further that I believe that she can go. She has reached the pinnacle of her career. If you look at Janet Jackson right now, Janet is touring right now. Janet doesn't dance or choreograph the way that she used to 20 years ago. Why? Because she's gotten older. Beyonce is older. She's not going to give you the same Beyonce when she was 25, 30 years old. People have to be cognizant of that. Yeah. She's still giving you a great show. And the reason why she doesn't have to do all of that, because guess what? That bitch is Beyonce.
Right.
She can sit down the whole damn show and y'all still going to buy, and she's still going to sell out.
Yeah.
That's true. I feel like I was with you, Ash. Like that right there.
That's what we were all expecting.
That's what I was looking for. I was like, oh my God, the costumes are going to be amazing. It's going to be a 54 vibe. I'm going to want to wear an outfit like this myself to the concert. Like, that's what I was hoping. And then I'm seeing this and I'm like, wait a minute. This looks like regular old Beyonce.
You know what, Brittany? And I don't know if you've noticed this as well because you're into the fashion thing, but her new stylist, KJ Moody, is a younger boy. I think he's maybe in his early 30s.
Did he stop? Did he work for Balmain at some point?
At some point he did. But a lot of people have not been feeling his work with her since she got rid of Marnie and now she's with KJ. It's been a lot of like this club kind of kid wear, like Fashion Nova dresses with boots. I don't understand it. But like you said, I was expecting Studio 54 wigs.
This is gonna be I was listening to songs like, oh my God, this is
right.
It.
And to Darius's point, yeah, she's 41 years old, but that has nothing to do artistically with the tour. I could take her sitting down and hitting a 1-2 beat every now and then if the costumes were not just dresses and boots. That's my thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Tina was rolling down the river at 55.
That part.
All I gotta say.
So we'll see. So moving on.
You know, though, guys, if
What?
I might interject a thought here, this is a very long tour. It's lengthy.
Mhm.
And I can't speak on the artistic thing. I think that definitely probably some more works needs to be done. And you know, hey, once you put it out there and it doesn't hit, you retool. So maybe that's what'll happen here. But what I will say that this is a very long tour, and I'm not particularly excited about Beyonce blowing her knees out in Europe. I
Right.
need B to make it to America. So
Right.
Yeah, but
if
the
she wants
European
to
fans
sit down,
deserve that energy as well.
I'm not saying
save
they
that
don't.
money too.
I'm just saying that every now and again, if she want to sit, she should, because this is a very long tour, and even the best athletes need breaks. That was one of the things that bothered me as I was actually looking at the dates. When we're talking about 5 shows, you know, and very little breaks in between days, you know, that's tiresome, and that is wear and tear on the body and everything.
know.
So yes. So and I think we should really be talking more about that, about how ideally a really good tour takes a long time because they take a week off. They take time. This looks like it's going to be grueling on her. So,
But you know what?
I
She's
think
got a
we should
private
sit down a
masseuse
little
and a
bit.
chef. She'll be fine.
I think
I don't
the Beyonce show though, and you've seen how hard she goes when, like, the previous shows that I've gone to. I mean, that bitch goes hard when she's up there normally. Her dancing, everything, she's sweating, she's doing her thing. So I think that may be what people are saying. Like, we're used to seeing that Beyonce. She's up there, she's killing, she's in heels, you know, she's running across the stage doing her thing. And then now she's just sitting, and it's like, now wait a minute, B, what's going on?
Yeah,
Beyonce's high.
I think
Better not be pregnant till she get here.
Beyonce fired and hired a whole new team for this album, and a lot of people were expecting what they've seen in the past, and this new team, like her longtime dancer Ashleigh, who was her dancer and choreographer, is not even on this tour.
Why do you think she
Wait, what?
fired everybody?
What'd you say?
Why do you think she fired and got a whole new team?
I'm not sure, but I know there's some drama there because Ashleigh has been liking some very shady posts. So there's some bad blood there.
Well, there's something to be said for chemistry. When it's
Right.
a long-term team, that chemistry is popping. When you start,
Yeah,
over
but there's the
you gotta
end to
work
all
through the kinks.
seasons, and maybe it could be that just that season of her working with Beyonce.
Oh, I
is
agree,
up.
but let me tell you something about teams and how that really work. When you start over with a new team, you need time for it to gel. So maybe that's what's happening over there, is they trying to figure it out.
When did Beyonce announce she was doing this tour? So she probably theoretically had a whole year before she even
Probably
did
even
the
a
tour.
little
So
longer.
they should be pretty damn jailed at this point.
With all the rehearsals and everything.
I know they better be jailed when I'm in Detroit at that show.
No, that's right, Shaq.
This
She better blow them knees out in Detroit.
So, but moving on, but staying with the same family, Matthew Knoll says he wants one more Destiny's Child album before it's all over. He said, in quotes, "I would certainly support that decision as I still manage Destiny's Child." I think that'd be great, but you know what the fans want to see? We want to see this.
Yes.
We want to see this
Yes.
with this.
I would love
I want
it.
to see the original girls back.
We want to see all 5 of them on stage together at once.
Do you
Matthew
think
just
that'll
missed
happen?
the stage. Matthew missed being at work.
What'd you say, Marcus?
I don't think that we'll get the 5 original. I think we'll get the version of DC3.
Mm.
I
No.
don't think
I think we will. Well, there's no bad blood. And
When there's a lot of bad blood with Beyonce and what's the girl name? What's it?
they've all made up.
Oh.
And actually, I was going to post that picture. I didn't upload it. There's a picture of them. Latoya and Latavia went to her last formation tour, and they were all in a picture together. And then Latoya was recently asked, would you get back together? And she's like, we won't say never, say never. She's like, everyone's in a good space. We just got to all have our schedules match everyone. And that's the hard part, getting everyone's schedule. So she didn't say no.
We're gonna get it when they 60, when they just ain't in the game no more and just need some and want some attention.
So they're gonna do a versus battle.
I don't think we'll ever see Beyonce in any kind of versus.
Ever.
But yeah, I think that'd be cool. How many of you would like to see a DC tour with all the original? Would you go?
I would love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd be front row,
Front row.
jumping.
What kind of question is that? Yeah, we would go.
I'm gonna leave my man at home. The club is full of ballers. I'm there.
Y'all know Matthew just want to be on the stage.
Matthew just want to work. He want to make some money.
Matthew needs those
How you
coins.
mad at something that ain't making no money?
Matthew miss it.
That little artist that he tried to pop off never went anywhere, so he needs some coins.
He miss it. That's what he talking about himself. He not
That's what happens when you
the
fuck around and have a baby on Beyonce mama.
And now Chris Knowles
You
looks
get unemployed.
with that man, with that actor man.
What happened?
Oh, that's funny.
We're just talking about how Mr. Knowles cheated on Miss Knowles for no damn
Oh
reason.
yeah.
That's why he unemployed.
Well, moving on. So Oprah Winfrey and Steven Spielberg have reunited to revive The Color Purple into a musical.
Can't wait.
After debuting footage yesterday, Warner Brothers has released the first trailer of the new adaptation directed by Blitz Bazawule and set to premiere on Christmas. The film will open internationally beginning January 18th. So I will say this. I've been waiting for this for like the last 10 years. You know, it was supposed to happen like 10 years ago. Jennifer Hudson was supposed to do it and some other names. But I think I like this version. I like Fantasia as Celie. People have been talking a lot in the comments saying, you know, why are they remaking this? Why are they remaking? It's not a remake, you guys. It's a
musical.
It's a version of the Broadway stage play that was revived on Broadway.
That's where a lot of the confusion lies, though.
Yeah. So it's not a remake. It's a musical adaptation. The music is gorgeous, and there's a lot more dancing. There's a lot more music. There's a lot, and it has a lot of the book elements that were left out of the movie. They really play up
in the book elements. Thank you for mentioning the book elements. That really needs to be said. If you've read the book, then you do know that the beloved movie that we saw, the original, actually took liberties or it shied away from things. And
yeah,
so,
it really did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was made by a white man in his show. So
in the musical, they really play up Celie and Suge's relationship.
Yeah.
It's a lot more graphic in the musical and in the book.
You mean it's like the book?
Yeah. So I think that's going to be cool. I'm excited. How many of you guys are excited about it?
Super excited.
Yes, I'm excited about seeing it too.
Super
and this is an amazing opportunity for Fantasia
Mm-hmm.
and all the other persons who are part of this Lord, I can't even say that word. Adaptation, yes. And so I think so many people were confused because they're conflating the adaptation. Lord, I fucked it up again. That word with the actual movie. They think like this is not a remake of the movie. And I think that's what so many people were basing their comments from.
Because they have not read the book. You know what?
Or gone to the Broadway show.
Right.
Read the book. But this is the real. You know what, guys? Back then, they wouldn't have got this movie right. But today, we can do this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I seen Fantasia when she did it on Broadway, and I don't know if any of you have ever seen Fantasia live, but she put everything she gives into a normal live performance and more into that character. Fantasia has such an anointing when she sings and when she's on stage. So I'm really excited to see what she does. I'm hoping for an Oscar nomination at least for her. So
yes. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm so ready.
Yeah, so Christmas Day. So we're getting run out of time, so we can't hit all the stories I wanted to hit. So let's move to our fashion files of the week. So first we have, let me get my notes, y'all. I'd be murdering people's names and the designers they have on. So we have Irina Shayk in Versace at the Cannes Film Festival.
Okay.
Pretty.
Do we hate it or love it?
That's cute. We love it.
It's cute.
Brandy, what do you think?
I don't like the top, but I like everything else.
Shaq, what do you think?
I like it. She look pretty.
I think so too. Darius?
I like it. It's cute. I'm the top is a little suspect for me, but I'm not gonna slay her for it.
Okay, Marcus?
I love it. I think she looks sleek, cute.
Yeah, so overall, we like it. Okay, moving on to A$AP Rocky in Gucci.
Hated it.
Hated it. Yeah.
You know when someone tries too much to be fashionable, like when they try so hard to like be fashionable, I feel like that's him. Like I feel like when he dresses normal, he gives that fashion like vibe. Like I don't know, I just feel like he's trying too much in this picture. But I'm not a fashionista, but
I feel like
as
he
a
ain't trying enough.
non-fashionista, I think that he's trying too much.
I feel
I
like he's not trying enough.
very edgy and sexy, so he doesn't have to do too much, and I feel like he's doing too much. Just do, you know what I mean? Like regular fashion will just work for you because you just look the way you do.
Yes.
So you don't
You
have
don't have to wear a kilt.
Yeah. Okay, so overall, we hate it. All right, moving on. We have Marlo Hampton and Valentino.
he can do no wrong. Marlo
always slays.
I love this.
Yeah, I
That's
love
fire.
Marlo's
What'd you
style.
say, Brandy?
Love the look. Loved it.
Yes.
I love that monochromatic matching look. I love that. Shaq, what do you think?
I like that one too. She look good.
Yeah. Darius?
I love it. Marlo slays.
Yeah. Marcus?
She does.
Yeah, Marlo always looks so well together, so beautiful. I mean, it's definitely a win for me.
Brittany?
Marlo can do no wrong, so it is definitely a yay for me.
So we love it. All right, moving on. We have Northwest and Louis Vuitton coat and Louis Vuitton bag. That bag is one of the hardest bags to get. You cannot get it if there's a waiting list still for it after 2 years.
The bag is cute, but that big ass coat on that little
love
baby.
that Northwest is embracing her little fashionista side. I love that.
Why she got this big ass coat on?
On style.
It's cold in the stadium.
I want to buy them babies some Batman shoes so bad.
Brittany, what did you say?
I love that she has her own style because that's really like, if you've ever watched her TikToks or that's really her. She's just
Right.
like that. So it's not like Kim or Kanye are like making her do this. She really does this stuff on her own.
She enjoys fashion.
Yeah.
How old is that baby?
Northwest 10?
She's 9 or 10.
And why she got a TikTok? But I'm gonna leave that alone.
Well, that's what her dad can too. But I don't know. I can't talk for nobody kids. But
That's why they right here banning TikTok now. Kanye West and Kim.
Definitely.
So overall, we don't like it.
I said what I said. I want to get some Batman shoes.
I like the bag.
Yeah, the
bag. I don't like the jacket. Is nice, but it's not form fitting.
Okay.
Well, Northwest is going to appear in another photo in a minute, so we'll be back to Northwest. Moving on, we have Kendall Jenner in Prada.
No.
Hated it.
No.
Brittany, you hate it. Brandy, what do you think?
What is she wrapped in? A plastic bag?
Shaq, what do you think?
Is the shirt supposed to be? I'm confused why the shirt is above her breast instead of on her. This is not made for me to understand.
Okay, Darius.
She looked like a Walmart bag.
Okay.
Yeah, Marcus.
No, I don't like it. I don't understand like what it's trying to give me.
You know what? She's so beautiful, and she is really a model, and she can do so many things. But this just looks so cheap to me. It cheapens her brand to me. She's beautiful. Like,
yeah, she is a beautiful girl.
Yeah, put her in beautiful pieces. Don't put her in a freaking plastic bag with a swimsuit. It looks like, I don't know. I just don't really like this for her.
Okay, so we hated it overall. Moving on again, we have Northwest and Kim Kardashian in head to toe Balenciaga. Again, Northwest has one of those, that t-shirt I've looked everywhere for, sold out everywhere. It's one of the most popular shirts this season. She has on the Balenciaga Crocs. I don't know if I like what Kim's wearing, but I'm feeling North.
Daddy's child, isn't she?
Brittany, what do you think?
North is her daddy's child.
Most
That's
definitely.
what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. She get her style from him.
I can't say anything negative about her. I think that I just love that she's embracing herself and just doing her. So I'm gonna give North a yay every time.
Shaq, what do you think?
Well, you know, I still prefer to see it in some Spider-Man shoes or something like that.
You and them.
But since that's not gonna go down, I would say she look cool here. I don't know what's going on with her mammy, but she rocking whatever this is. But you know,
Darius.
I like this look much better than the last one.
yeah.
Okay.
Better.
Marcus.
I love how her style's evolving. I think it looks great. I'm just worried why Kim looks like she's like auditioning for WWF.
Yeah, worried me. So overall, we like North and we hate Kim's.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on. We have Monica and Roberto Cavalli.
Oh, I love Monica.
Yes, Slay
Yes.
Monica.
Bad bitching across the board. She's so beautiful.
Monica can do no wrong.
None. Yeah.
I love it.
Brandy, you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Shaq, what do you think?
Yes, always.
Darius,
She be fire.
Plays.
Marcus,
100% love it.
I love it. Brittany.
Absolutely. Love Monica.
Okay, so she might be our best dressed this week. We'll circle the block. Moving on, we have David Diggs in we have
The raincoat.
what is he in? He's in Acme Studios.
It looks like Coogee. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
Don't look like
actually I
Are we
saw
talking
that.
about Acme Studios with
Brittany,
Bug
I've
Bunny?
seen this. I've seen this outfit in person, and it's actually sequins. It's
Is
just it's not reading well on here.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all sequins.
I mean,
He's the voice of Sebastian. He was at the Little Mermaid premiere. Brandy, what do you think?
It's all right.
Okay, Shaq,
It's not nothing special. It's all right.
Darius.
It looked like that fake fur that somebody used to have on their floor, their living room floor.
Marcus.
You know what? He's Sebastian. He's giving me very Under the Sea vibes. So you know what? No, I can't.
It do low key look like Coogee.
Okay, Brittany.
beautiful gowns, great.
Okay, so we hate it.
Yeah.
Moving on. We have Offset and Balenciaga embedments.
Love that.
Yeah,
Brittany, what do you think?
I like it. I do. It's very. I mean, it's plain, but it's
That's
fashion.
what I like about Balenciaga.
Yeah.
It's black, it's to the point, it's minimalistic, but it's
Yeah,
so fashionable.
Fashionable. Yep, I love it.
Shaq, what do you think?
I mean, for regular people, no, but for a celebrity, I like it.
Okay. Darius?
He giving me like Blade, but I like it. I like it. It's a good look on him.
Yeah.
Marcus?
Yes, I love this. I love the jacket. I love the whole look.
That jacket
It's
is
a great
fire.
look.
Yeah. Brandy, what do you think about it?
It looks well put together. It's all right.
A little Michael Jackson, a little bit of Michael Jackson.
He's been doing a lot of Michael Jackson influences.
I like that jacket. I like that jacket.
I love that jacket.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We have Jodie Smith and Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Who's Jodie Smith?
She's the wife of Joshua Jackson.
Oh yes, from Dawson's
She was
Creek.
in Queen.
Yes.
What was it? Queen of Slim. She was in a couple. She been in a couple movies.
She's beautiful, my
She's
God.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
She is fucking drop dead gorgeous. Oh my God, yes. And I love her look.
I'm loving this. Brandy, what do you think?
I like it.
I'm not a red fan, but I like this on her skin tone. It looks
Yeah, I was gonna say that red on her skin tone is amazing.
I feel like I'm looking at a young Grace Jones.
yeah,
I'm rocking with it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm rocking with it.
You know what? To put a pin in that, not to go back to Beyonce, that's what I was trying to say. Brittany, I thought we were going to see a lot more Grace Jones influence on this tour.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay, back to
And ballroom. I wanted to see ballroom too, and I didn't see any of that either.
Yeah.
I
So
don't see
back to
anything
Jodie.
of these influences.
Marcus, what do you think?
I think she looks beautiful. I love the red on her chocolate delicious skin. I mean, Joshua Jackson's hitting that good.
Darius.
This is
Yeah.
the essence of sex.
Okay, so going back through the looks, are we saying Monica is best dressed this
Monica. Oh wait.
Oh no, Marlo's giving it to
No,
her.
I gotta give it to Marlo.
Oh,
Marlo's
Oh.
fire.
Marlo and
my
Monica
vote's for
top two for me.
Marlo.
Marlo versus
I'm
Monica?
saying Marlo.
Okay, Randy, who are you saying?
Me?
Marlo for me.
Okay, Brittany, who are you saying?
Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Monica because I know everybody gonna go with Marlo. Y'all know I love Monica.
Okay, Shaq, what are you saying?
I mean, I love Monica, but this is just lovely.
All right.
Marlo.
Darius, what about you?
Marlo the Hampton.
Okay, Marcus.
Marlo.
Okay,
I
so
want to see Marlo stand up
Marlo, the
and
best
walk.
aunt in the world.
it looks like our best dress of the week is Marlo Hampton in Valentino.
Come on,
Yay.
Looks good on there.
Awesome.
Monica.
So you guys, that was our show this week. Oh, before we go, I have a personal note to give. Me and my new producing partner Daryl were on the other night, and we announced. I'm just going over this again. We are looking for. We're about to produce a new reality show, a docu-series based on a group of friends in Chicago who are the entertainment business. So we are looking for individuals who are connected anyway to the entertainment scene here in Chicago: drag queens, DJs, directors, choreographers, actors, artists. Whatever you do that's connected to the entertainment. If you're 21 and up, you're a member of the LGBTQ community, and you are passionate and you have a story to tell and you're over the top, we're looking for you. Please send 2 headshots and a brief bio about yourself to villainproductions1@gmail. That's villainproductions1@gmail. We don't want you to produce yourself. Don't come in trying to be a character. Don't come in trying to be the villain or the hero. We want to see you. Want to know your story, and we want to see the authentic you and how passionate you are about your career. So if you know anybody who is in the Chicago greater land area who wants to be on film and wants to take their career to the next level and wants to document that, please send them to me or that email. Yes?
Make sure you're messy and fun.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Marcus, I wish you were here.
Oh my God, I know, but my family would disown me after episode 1.
So yeah, are you coming to Chicago to visit soon?
Yes. My birthday is June 6th, and I'll be making my triumphant return to Chicago.
I'm so excited.
20th, so we're gonna have a
We
good
about to
time.
show out.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Show the Windy City why it's gonna get a little bit more windy.
For all minds clear, anybody have any? Darius has an event coming up. I know he announced it last week. Darius, do you want to shout out?
Of course, next month is Pride Month in a lot of places, and I'm a board member for St. Pete Pride, and I have an event I'm overseeing called Shades of Pride Festival.
Yes.
Featuring T.S. Madison, and it's going to go out tomorrow morning, but I'll go ahead and tell it. And also Milan Christopher will be with us as well. We will have our brother King Jibes, who will be doing a live show with some of us. We will have an all-black trans women panel that will be moderated by Madison. We're going to have a poetry slam competition that will be emceed by the Blunt Space, which is a local, in the Tampa Bay region, a local Black LGBTQIA plus group that does poetry. We're going to have a ballroom extravaganza, a little mini ball. Shout out to Yummy. And of course we have, yes, and we're giving away money. And so we're also going to have our Pride after party that will be emceed by T.S. Madison and Milan Christopher, and we will have a host of great entertainers. It's free. It's free on June 17th from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. It's free. So if you want to come, just make your way here to the Tampa Bay region, to St. Petersburg. It's free. And come on a party with us.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're in the area, please support my brother Darius.
Yes.
He works hard, and we love him so much.
A lot of fun.
That's gonna be so great.
I might have to take a road trip, honey. Hold on, I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah. Well, everyone, if all minds are clear, I love everyone. Please be safe. Everyone on our cast, do not go anywhere once I click off. Everyone else out there, please join us next week. Please like and share. We're starting off. We're new. We're trying to get some fans. We're trying to get some followers. All things take time though. So we have my friend that I went to high school with, Tiffany Lewis. She just started listening to us, and she's like, I just like to turn it on when I'm at work and listen to you guys. So if you're at work, you're in the car, just turn it on and listen to us. And we're going to be here Wednesday nights.
If you're in the shower, turn us on. It's really good too.
Yes. Think about Marcus while you're in the shower.
Marcus.
All right. So everyone, peace. Be safe. We love you.
All right. Bye.
Love you guys.